Racing now. Lechner and Culver will take it right into turn one with a pack of angry dogs right behind them. They sort it out, and they're going to stay glued together. Now they spread out a little bit. Lechner with good power down the back stretch says, three wide into three. Not enough room. Culver on the high side. Let's see if he gets into the marbles. They're going to stay right together. Here we go off the corner. Everybody unloads and stays together, but Orr and Scott take advantage of Culver's high move. And Culver drops back into fifth as Doug Evans looks to drive by him as well. Now the top three cars move away. Oh, and look out, we got Tom Carney here in the front stretch, completely missed it as he was like way behind everybody and the rest of the pack went around. Three, Lechner sets the pace. They're getting ready to come for the green. Orr on a good start, Lechner right by and the green flies, will take the start. Orr surges ahead through 1 and 2. He'll have to hold it up there, and Lechner trying to stay with him down the back stretch. Not going to happen. Craig Orr says goodbye, puts it in warp drive, and dives into turn 3. Culver looks to make his move outside Ed Lechner as he's trying to regain some positions. Lechner trying to take a look on the inside of Craig Orr. Not going to happen this time as Craig Orr stays into it. Let's watch him through the corner. It'll be Craig Orr, Lechner, and then Mike Scott, Ed Culver, and Evans at 57 and 74 battle for position for the fourth spot. Culver on the outside, Evans on the inside. Looks like the inside line is moving up better. As we come down to the stripe, it'll be Craig Orr, Ed Lechner, Mike Scott, Doug Evans. Culver getting a little bit of help from the Hoke ride. Mark Hoke kind of pushing him along there. A.J. Cole on the inside behind Doug Evans. A.J. Cole is one to feature here at Lancaster Raceway Park this season. Now the top of the field stretching out as the cream tries to rise to the top. Bernhard trying to make his way around Richie Scora. As Bernhard way in the back of the bag. Orr swings a little wide off of 4, but hangs on to it. It looks like Craig Orr maybe having a little bit of the bop and weave issue here as he pushes that car along. But so far, he's the fastest one out there, pulling away from Lechner. Mike Scott trying to figure out a way around Ed Lechner, who's not going to give up the second spot. And it's Evans, A.J. Cole, Mark Hoke, Scora. And Culver and Bernhard will duke it out as Culver not liking that high groove as he seems to be falling back one spot at a time. Bernhard on the inside going to drive by him and follow Rich Scora on the racetrack. Now here comes Paul Alberti looking to see if he can do the same thing Bernhard did. Culver up high, watch the 34 work over to 74. 34 kind of hangs back. We'll watch that battle unfold. Culver washes way high in 3 and 4. That opens a big gap for Alberti, and he just jumps right in there and says, thanks. Ooh, big tire smoke from Scora trying to work his way around Hoke. As the Lavender car rides behind Scora, the 23 ride. Craig Orr with a 10-car length lead over Ed Lechner right now as it's going to be 7 laps into the books. Orr Lechner. Now Mike Scott closing on Ed Lechner as he's looking for some racing room. Mike Scott down the back stretch. Ed Lechner with only a half a car length lead. Mike Scott bothering him all the way around. Evans kind of hanging back there another car length as the field stretching out. Now Bernhard trying to see that outside groove will work for him. So far, no good. Takes a look outside of Rich Scora, who's got a tough car. And Scora is trying to work over Mark Hoke. The 56 trying to get the position away from the 07. Comes up, plays a little bumper bingo. Gives him a tap through 1 and 2. Says, hello, I'm back here. Give me some racing room. Hoke won't give it up that easy. 56 on the 07, but now the Lavender car takes the high line around Scora. Can he make it stick? Craig Orr with a big racing lead, half a straightaway over the rest of the pack as they're stretched out over the racing surface. Craig Orr exits turn 2. Lechner follows behind him. It'll be halfway this time by for Craig Orr, who likes the wide open spaces in the front of the pack, just loves that clean air out there. Craig Orr leads away, sees the cross flags, halfway to go. Lechner behind him, Mike Scott trying to figure it out. I think this race will be right down to the end as Richie Scora has gotten underneath Mark Hoke, taking away the position. Bernhard trying to stay with him as well. Hoke getting high wide against the backstretch wall. Bernhard kind of makes him stick up there because he figures that inside line's going to work, and it does. He'll follow Rich Scora off of 4 and take the position away from Mark Hoke. That shakes up the field with Lechner running in second, Mike Scott in third, Doug Evans in fourth, A.J. Cole running in fifth. Gives Scora 6th and Bernhard 7th. As Scora and Bernhard now set their sights on Cole, they're trying to close in on him. As Lechner holds up the rest of the pile behind Craig Orr, who has a very comfortable lead, puts the car in cruise control, engages the warp drive and says, I'm going to just leave you guys in my tire tracks. Mike Scott coming up to say hello to Ed Lechner. It's your 1 and 2. Well, once again, they're trying to figure it out. Lechner on a good, strong run. He seems to have a ton of power down the back stretch. Mike Scott can't figure out what to do about it. Craig Orr still hangs on for the race. 13 laps into the books. 7 laps remain for Craig Orr. Lechner with half a straightaway to make up between him and Craig Orr. So far, he's losing ground. Mike Scott behind him, not able to figure out a way. As so far, the high groove not seeming to work very well for the Jerry Gator Motors Superstocks. Everybody lining up, staying low. They all sweep out before, and they stay single file, racing around the 5/8 mile oval. It'll be 5 laps to go this time by for Craig Orr on the clean air, flying high and wide, but it looks like Mike Scott now realizes he only has a few laps left to go, and he's going to try to find the inside-outside move to get around Ed Lechner. 5 to go for Craig Orr.
And time is running out as Scott now tries to go to the outside groove, looking for his best ever run of the season in his full rookie campaign. Doug Evans in tow. As now Scott to the outside, entering turn number 3. He settles up to the outside groove, but leaves the low lane open for Evans to pull underneath. They stretch out single file here down the front stretch. Meanwhile, your top 2 in points racing through the field as Bernhardt got past Skora a couple laps ago. Bernhardt, your points leader. Skora is second coming into tonight's race. Scott trying to get some room on the outside as he is within a half car length again by Eddie Lechner, but time is running out with less than 3 to go. Takes it way up to the outside groove, trying to complete that pass still. But he's making it work on the outside. Now gets a good run down the backstretch. He pokes his nose out in front of Ed Lechner, getting into the third corner, but Lechner charges back down low. Twin popsicle sticks in the air. We've got 2 laps remaining. They go side by side under the stripe as Scott pulls ahead one more time, but Lechner holds him at bay down low. They still roll wheel to wheel as they have for the last 3 laps now. Lap and a half remaining. Scott pulls back out in front. Lechner trying to hang on, but he's losing the grip as he starts to slip with the white flag in the air. Scott pulls ahead. Meanwhile, Wayne Bernhardt has caught A.J. Cole for the 6th or 5th position. Now Scott goes by Lechner. Evan gets into Lechner's back bumper. We've got 5-6 cars fighting for position through the final 2 corner. Orr puts a lap on Harms as he takes the 4th turn for the last time. Double checkers in the air. Craig Orr, your winner. Scott, Lechner, Evans, Cole, Bernhardt, Skora, Hoke, Alberti, Culver, and Carney. Craig Orr takes his first checkered flag of the 2004 season here at Lancaster Raceway Park in the Jerry Gator Motors Superstocks. And will try and throw his hat back into the ring for the title chase as he began the night 4th in points. 4 points behind Jay Mudra, who wrecked his car in practice. So he'll at least move up 1 position and maybe a couple more as he was 30 behind Rich Skora and 43 behind points leader Wayne Bernhardt. So that'll tighten up just a little bit. Dave Milbrand missing in action again. He was 5th in points. Ran the heats Thursday night, never made it out for the feature. Doug Evans 6th, but that top 5 run will give him a couple more points. Paul Alberti having a good run. Scott taking his best run ever. Culver 9th and Mark Hoke 10th, actually tied with Culver. So a little shake-up in the top 10 in points after tonight. And you can always check the up-to-date points on LancasterRacing.com, the official website of Lancaster Raceway Park, maintained by Buffnet and the webmaster Chuck Sankey. Coming up next, the Bobcat of Buffalo Sportsman feature race. They'll do 20. Then it'll be the late models for 25 and the Advanced Auto Parts Mighty Modifieds for 30. Craig Orr taking his time on the victory lap as Johnny O waits for him trackside. And he is
his way out of turn number 4 in the 51. Slowly heading down here. I think he's just savoring every wonderful moment. Come on, bring it on. And they tell him where he has to go. Gets congratulations from the friends. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for the Jerry Gator Motors Superstock feature winner. Put your hands together for Craig Orr. Craig, this way. Oh, Craig, come on down this way. You gotta say something. I know you're hot and it's tired, but this is your, a few minutes of fame. I have a nice cold Coca-Cola for you. You may need that. Well, it's warm out there. I was talking in the pits earlier. You said you were looking for some clean track space and open air. You got it and never looked back.
Well, racing's a game of luck, and we haven't got any luck. We be fast and be on the outside, the inside road go, and vice versa. And it just finally we got a break, and I started to lose faith in myself. And car is a beautiful car. I mean, Trey Hoddick built this car 4 or 5 years ago, and this thing is just, when this thing's right, it's so fast. And all I got to do is drive it. It's a joy.
Well, you did a great job doing it. Well, you need to say thank you to whoever helped you get here to Victory Lane, Craig.
Tom Gutowski, who builds my motors, Mick and Corey Lisher, who helped me out a lot, Jimmy Gush, we were up at 7 o'clock in the morning working on this car this morning. There just wasn't, we were good, but it just wasn't right. We got to be able to run the outside here, and if you can't run the outside, you're never going to win, because we got 15 guys that can run the inside. So you just keep plugging along. I mean, that's racing. Next week, who knows? I just feel bad for the 16 team. Those guys have helped me tremendously since I've been here, and they had a real hard night, and anything we can do to help them, we will.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, a sportsman he is. He wins the Jerry Grado Motors Superstock feature. His name is Craig Orr. Let him hear it. Dave, back up to you.
Street bikes, grudge racing, bracket races for bikes and sleds as well, with the top bike and sled to shoot out for the top prize of the evening. Photographer booth, Jim Wolford and his partner in crime. They do all the photos here at Lancaster Raceway Park, and they sell their photos. So if you want a picture of your favorite race car driver here at Lancaster, stop down there and check them out, or look in the program, and their ad will have their email address, and you can contact them that way as well. So they have photos, again, of all your favorite Lancaster drivers and their race cars.